Hey, how's it going everybody? My name is Tyler and today I'm going to be showing you guys a little insight about the 90mm 2.8 macro lens for Sony. Right off the bat, this lens is my favorite Sony lens I have ever used, not only for its macro capabilities, but also for its telephoto capabilities as well. This lens has been really handy for me out in the field if I'm trying to get something really close up and really far away at the same time. I don't have to be changing lenses, swapping things, swapping equipment. I can jump in from shooting something really close to shooting something really far away with just this one awesome lens. So let's jump into some of the features it has on its body here. So right off the bat, you can see it has a focus ring here that you can slide up or down, and that will change it from manual to automatic focus just by doing that without actually going into your camera settings and changing it. As you can see here, when you go into manual settings, you have a bar here that has the numbers from 2.8 all the way to infinity here at the end here. And so if you're wanting to focus on anything, any objects, this is an easy way to see how far you're actually shooting away from the subject. Down lower on the lens, you'll see here we got a button here, which is right below the G master sign, and that is a focus hold button. So if you're focusing something and you're swaying around and you don't want it to shift focus, if you're shooting automatic, you can hold this button here. It will keep its focus steady to where you've set it at and where you've pressed it in the first place. Down lower as we go here, we got two buttons on the side here. We got two switches. We got one that is an optical steady shot, and we got another one that is a focus distance. So the optical steady shot is on or off. If your camera does not have optical steady shot in camera, this is a good feature to have on a lens because you can do it through the camera. Switching that on or off is simple as doing this, on or off. As you come up here, you'll see how you have a focus distance meter here, and it goes from 0.28 meters all the way up to full and to infinity. So say you're shooting something really close and you're shooting on automatic and you don't want the focus to be sliding in and out to infinity, you can set it down to focusing 0.28 to 0.5 meters. So that is the focus length. It will stay and it will not shift outside that range. You can then switch it up to the middle one here, which is 0.5 meters all the way to infinity. And so that is something if you're shooting an object and you want it to eventually focus on something in the distance, it will go all the way to infinity. And the last option here is full, and this is for if you want it to shoot basically anything from 0.28 all the way up to infinity focus. So as we jump back up into the top of the lens here, you'll see that the thread is actually 62 millimeters thick. So if you're looking to get a filter on it, for example, a neutral density filter, which I use for my videos, you will have to get a 62 millimeter thread. You can also get a larger one and use a step down ring to make it work as well, and that is no issue. Getting into more of the details of the lens, this lens is really sharp, whether that be you're shooting videos or you're shooting portraits. This is probably the sharpest lens I have ever used for Sony, and it is great not only for macro shots but also for telephoto sharpness as well. So I definitely recommend this lens if you're into photography, portrait shots, that sort of thing. A lot of the times I actually use this lens on a gimbal. I actually use the Zhiyun Crane Plus. It didn't hold the weight on the Zhiyun Crane version 1, but it definitely holds it on the Plus and the version 2 versions of the Zhiyun Crane. A lot of the time it's a little bit too zoomed in to use it on a gimbal, but if you're panning in and out from behind a subject, you can get a really cool effect with it with the range of 90 millimeters. So overall, this lens is over $1,000 and it is definitely worth every penny. But this is great because you get a macro lens as well as a telephoto lens in one single lens, which is amazing and you can't go wrong with that. A lot of my shooting is run and gun, and I like to be out in the field getting something really tight in, and as well switching really quickly to getting something way in the distance. So this lens to me is the perfect lens for my type of work, and if you're a run and gun videographer like myself, you can't go wrong with this lens, and I definitely recommend it. But yeah, that wraps up this short and sweet little recap of the 90mm 2.8 macro lens. I didn't go into much detail about it. I just wanted to show you guys what it was all about and kind of why it's my favorite lens. If you like this video and you want to see more videos, you want to see tutorials, you want to see reviews, anything like that, let me know in the comments below and I will try to get those done. But for now, subscribe to my channel and I will be posting more videos in the future. See you later.